Hi, this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle, and boy, the delivery services have been busy. I've got a few more boxes here today, so we're going to look at what reels have recently come in for service, those that I will be working on in the near term, and well, which ones may make it to video. As you know, the channel's been founded to show you how to service your own reels, and what better way than working on the reels that my customers send in. And well, they're usually popular varieties of reels, so you should be able to find your reel somewhere in the mix. And well, if not, in the library of reels that I've already done service on. And well, while we do that, we usually go over who the manufacturer is, why the reel was made the way it was made, the uses for that reel, who made the reel, when the reel was made, all kinds of things like that. They would also kind of just help you better understand fishing reel service and repair, as well as where to get information on those reels and well, how to keep them fishing for a long time to come. You're basically looking over my shoulder in my shop, so that's why we kind of do these unboxings, give you an idea of what showed up on the loading dock and well, what becomes the projects for service and repair. If you like these kinds of things, I want to encourage you to subscribe to my channel. If you do subscribe to my channel, please use that notification button. Well, the first one in is, well, looks like a classic reel in the bag project. This is an Ocean City reel. And if I recall some of the notes that we passed back and forth, this spool should probably have a stuck gear on it. And it does. This is a common failure on reels that, well, have been sitting a while and have steel as a component. One of the things that happens here is that the collar that normally would go in and out to allow free spool has become rusted onto the shaft of the spool. And when that happens, well, there's not a lot you can do with it. You can try solutions first. You can try things like Master Blaster or penetrating oil or other corrosion type of solvents. And when that doesn't work, well, the next answer up is usually heat. And why does heat work? Heat works because the metals on the spool and the metals in the gearing are different. So they will expand at different rates. And eventually the seal, that's usually rust or some other kind of corrosion, will break. So we're going to do that. And hopefully the rest of the pieces and parts are in here where we can put that reel back together again. And well, give it a second chance. This one is an Ocean City Bay City reel. By its nature, it being a Ocean City branded reel. It was made before 1958 because in 1957, Ocean City was sold to True Temper. And while they co-branded for a while, Ocean City by True Temper, and then they just simply transitioned the name over to True Temper. Next one up comes from Bobby. Bobby is a long-time channel viewer. He's got quite a collection of reels. And well, he's sending me in a few. Usually I get the hardcore, hard-to-service type of reels. Usually they're missing pieces and parts, or maybe like that reel that we just saw, reel in the bag. It just takes an awful lot of effort to get them done. I'm always interested in finding out what Bobby is sending in to me. And well, with a smile on my face, I usually accept the task at hand. This one is a Mitchell 320. We just did a Mitchell reel. This is very similar. This one has a missing bail spring. And I get this every now and then about how do I service that. But more importantly, it's got a broken rotor. So I don't know how much of this we're going to be able to service or repair. You can see that the rotor case here where the screw would go in has broken off. And you can see on the back end of the bails, here, this is the piece that should be sitting in there. So those are generally, you can't epoxy or crazy glue that kind of stuff because, well, there's not enough left on the overhang here from what was broken. It does generally require that you replace the rotor. Rotors are not easy to find on these reels any longer. These reels have been around, been out of production for quite some time. But I think we may actually have the rotor in here. Let's just take a quick look. Yeah, we have the rotor in here. Well, I'm glad he found it. And here you can see where that broken piece is. And, well, good. We'll be able to swap those over and get that reel going again. We have another one here. This is the 308 Mitchell. Love these reels. These are classics. They were classics right from the day they were released. This was Mitchell's attempt at the ultralight reels. They've got a big fan following, and I guess we don't have a trip on this one. Looks like the bail is out but not tripping. If it's not tripping, it's usually one of two things. The trip is not working, or in this case, if you pull the trip out, it's not firing back, which means that the spring is not set on that bail arm. And, well, we'll try and help Bobby out with that. I don't know where I learned to become a Mitchell mechanic. I grew up with the Mitchells and really never got to open them up at that point. And then all of a sudden, I opened one up and it was the worst experience of my life. I literally gave up on the reel, and then I decided I was going to take it seriously and try to fix that. Well, Bobby told me he gave me a part to this. This one, we had a look at it. It was a reel of the day. It was a bicentennial Shakespeare reel. It was the 1976 bicentennial. And I thought he said there might be a part, or maybe there's a second one here that he hopes two will become one. Kind of an unusual reel. It was only made for the 1 year. Okay, so yes, so he has a donor reel here. We're going to try and make use two to make one. That should be fun. Okay, hey Bobby, thank you. I don't see any reason why you shouldn't be able to restore all of those and get those back to you. And keep them fishing again, or add them to your collection. Next one up then comes from Virginia. This one comes from Ray. Well, if you like these, again, please subscribe. If you have any questions, if you'd like to see a video on one of these, or if you'd like to see a reel that's like that, but maybe not the ones that I'm showing, if you have a request, leave those in the comment section. I will try to answer those for you. Our next one up that Ray is sending in looks to be a pen reel. Looks maybe like a Senator reel. And we have, okay, we had a broken gear sleeve and eccentric on this 1.0 Senator, and I'm not quite sure what happened with that. I'm going to need to get back to Ray on that. I think maybe he was saying, not sure. Okay, but it's back. All right, we'll take care of that. I need some clarification there. Maybe it's money. I guess maybe you just need some service. And here you go. Here's another one of these. This is the Mitchell 308. This is the one that was still made in France, but it became the 308A. We obviously have the same issue here as we had on the other one. We have a bail that's been detached. I see the spring inside here. Looks like the spring needs to be reloaded. That's always a good video to do, so if I have the time, I will try to do the video on that as well. All right, we've got one more box here. Looks like we will be busy for the week. Yeah, that reel that came back, I'm not sure if it's back because something was not completed in that. I'm not sure. But I do guarantee my work, and I tell my customers if they experience any difficulty, just send the reel back. And we'll work on it without cost to them and make sure that they are satisfied. So every now and then, some issue generally will arise where you just don't know. And, well, that's part of the business. All right, let's see if we can't open this up. This one comes from Greg, and Greg is in Indiana. And it appears that Greg has taken great care to package this, which is wonderful. I get boxes sometimes like this that have 20 reels in it and no packing. In this case, looks like we have a couple of reels in here. Looks like we have 2 reels, 2 spools, and I believe, yeah, these, without going too far into detail on these are the Daiwa SS reels, the tournaments, and you can read through there. Looks like the 1300. probably can read the spools. And he just asked me, can I tune these up? And can I also service the drag washers in the spools? So that's what we'll be up to. We got a couple more in here. You did see a video recently posted. Captain Dave dropped off a bunch of reels. He asked me for some service on. And, well, we'll keep going on that. We're going to be a busy lot, and it'll be an interesting lot. But that's kind of what makes the art of reel repair and service fun. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the previews. Again, if you would like to see these, please subscribe. And if you did like this video, please like it. That helps our channel rankings. And if you want to see a video that is not planned, please leave them in the comments section along with any questions you may have on, well, any reel that you're working on that may be giving you an issue at the time. This is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle, thanking everybody for watching, thanking our first responders for everything it is that they do to keep us safe and out of harm's way, and wishing everybody a great day.